I think Sunday's game was a decent example of it, but kind of in reverse. But we've seen it before where a guy throws a really good sixth inning and throws 13 pitches. Let's just say Justin Topa came into the game in the sixth inning, okay? It's a 3-0 game. It's a 6-3 game, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's a 3-run lead. Topa throws a really clean six, throws like 14 pitches, 13 pitches, and then he's pulled and somebody else starts the next inning. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. But when your bullpen is either taxed or there are struggling guys, like let's say the next inning they give, like so Topa pitches to 5, 6, 7, gets them all in under 15 pitches. The next inning there's a lefty, but it's 8-9-1 or something, right? It's 8-9-1 in the order. So they bring in Spire because one of the first two batters the next inning is a lefty, but it's not the first batter. It's the second batter. This has happened multiple times in the last 3 weeks. But they'll still bring in Spire. He'll pitch to the righty. Then he'll pitch to the lefty. Then it's another righty. And if he doesn't get them out, he's facing the two-hitter with at least one runner on base. I love Gabe Spire, but that's not what you were looking for in that situation. You were looking for him to get, 8-9-1 out so he doesn't have to face the power guys in the order to make it a game again, including potentially giving up the tying run. Now, I'm not saying Gabe Spire has blown, a bunch of situations like that because that's not true. But again, Gabe Spire is part of the not a lot of clean innings thing. But if Topa looks sharp, the stuff looks good, he's throwing strikes, he's out of the middle of the plate, why is Topa not facing the first batter in the next inning? Because we like pitchers to start the next inning clean. Okay, fine. You prefer that. That's great. But these pitchers come in the middle of innings all the time. It's not like, well, he just doesn't have his right frame of mind when he comes in after one out. Seriously? Because the idea here in this situation would be Topa faces the righty, gets him out, then Spire comes in and faces the lefty, gets him out, and then faces the righty, the 9-hitter, gets him out, and the inning is over. Okay? And then if a batter reaches, you make a decision after that. How do we want to go about facing the 1-hitter? And do we let Gabe Spire face the 2-hitter? Because at that point, he'd have already faced 3 batters, and you can bring in someone else if he still gets into trouble. But you're increasing the chances of Gabe Spire in the situation having success by removing one of the outs he has to get against a right-handed batter. Does that make sense? Am I making sense here? Like, Topa matches up better against a righty, generally speaking. Not saying Gabe Spire is bad against righties. I'm just saying, when you already know in this scenario that Justin Topa is throwing the ball well, you just saw him mow down 3 hitters, pound the strike zone, 13 pitches, 11 strikes, a ground ball and 2 strikeouts, whatever it is. Why are you pulling him? Like, I'm not saying you should do this every time, because we've had this conversation a little bit on Twitter and in Slack and maybe in an episode before. A lot of times teams would rather go, all right, Spire for 15 pitches today, Topa for 15 pitches today, Munoz for 15 pitches today, rather than Topa for 23, Spire for 9, and Munoz for 15. Because then that means Topa probably has to be down the next day.